G'day everyone, welcome back to my weekly tipping video. As always, this preview is brought to you by PlayUp. If you are thinking of having a punt on the NRL this round, make sure it's through PlayUp, guys. But as always, please gamble responsibly. Here, welcome to my round 15 NRL predictions video. I literally just recorded this video, guys, for 10 minutes and then my computer crashed straight afterwards. So a little bit frustrating. I'm now going to have to repeat everything I said again for 10 minutes. I'm already short on time this afternoon. But with that being said, guys, let's go. Take two, my round 15 NRL predictions and tips. We start off the round Thursday night, guys, at Suncorp Stadium with the Brisbane Broncos taking on the South Sydney Rabbitohs. In this game, I'm with the South Sydney Rabbitohs, guys. They have looked a more consistent football team this year than the Brisbane Broncos have. I really love their spine of Latrell, Cody, and Reynolds, and Cook. Don't need to go into this tip too much, guys. They should get this one done easily. Of note, Blake Taffy, who is currently the 18th man, is being rumoured to be making his NRL debut. Now he can play fullback, 5'8", and halfback, guys. He is viewed as a long-term replacement to Adam Reynolds potentially, and debuting against the Broncos. If you were going to make your NRL debut at the moment, then you'd like to do it against the Brisbane Broncos or the Canterbury Bulldogs. So look forward to that, guys. I'm going to go the South Sydney Rabbitohs by 13+. Friday night, 6 p.m. at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, the North Queensland Cowboys take on the Cronulla Sharks. This is a close game. This is a really tough one to tip. In this one, I will go with the Cowboys because they are the home team. I am excited to see them hopefully make up for their errors last week. They obviously shot out to a 12-0 lead and then just faded out of the contest horribly. The Manly Seagulls, though, I do think they're on another level at the moment. I do think they're a top 4 team, and I don't think the Sharks are a top 4 team. I do think that the Cowboys, will learn from their mistakes. I thought when they took Jason Tamalolo off last week, they really started to struggle, and so I think they'll make the read, and they will keep him on a little bit longer, and they should be able to get the job done here. I'm going to tip the Cowboys by 1 to 12 points. Also, Friday night, guys, at 7:55 p.m. at Panthers Stadium, the Penrith Panthers take on the Sydney Roosters. I am with the Panthers all the way in this game. I'm with the Panthers by 13+. I think their players will be out to make amends, especially the rep players returning. We've got Brian To'o, Isaiah Yeo, Jerome Luai, Kurt Capewell, Nathan Cleary returning, which is obviously huge for the Roosters. And we are hearing that Sam Walker will be rested, which for me shows the mentality that the Roosters are going into this game. They're not going in trying to win. They don't want to, play Sam Walker, play that the moment their full-strength side that's available, get pumped, and then come to the finals and have their players' confidence ruined. I think Trent Robinson realises at least if I leave Sam Walker out and we lose by a big margin, we can sort of convince our team if we do meet them in the finals that we weren't full strength. So a little bit of mind games there, but I've got the Penrith Panthers winning in front of their home fans by 13+. Saturday, 3 p.m. at McDonald Jones Stadium, guys, the Newcastle Knights take on the New Zealand Warriors. In this game, I'm going to tip the Newcastle Knights. They do have David Klemmer, Hymel Hunt, Kalen Ponga, Mitchell Pearce returning. Now, of those 4, we obviously know 3 of them are stars, but I also think the return of Hymel Hunt is a very underrated one. He's a safe winger that doesn't make errors very often for the Knights, and they have had a ton of errors and missed tackles from their outside backs in recent weeks, so tidying that up with some consistency from Hymel Hunt will do them a world of good. Dominic Young will also play his second NRL game. He's a teenager, guys, that came over from the UK. He was with the Huddersfield Giants and was viewed as a little bit of a prodigy over in Europe. So looking forward to seeing his second game. He comes in at the expense of Braden Musgrove, who has a groin injury. So this one will also be a tight one, guys. Kurt Mann actually moves to centre as well, which I really like. I think he can be deadly there. They lose Bradman Best, so he'll definitely need to be at his best. With that being said, guys, this is a game that I am overly cautious tipping, and that's just because the Warriors will have Ben Murdoch-Masila and Adam Fanua-Blake in the middle, and I think that will get them a lot of go forward, which should enable players like Reece Walsh and RTS to jump on the back of it. So it'll definitely be a close game, guys, but I'll go with the Newcastle Knights by 2 points. At WIN Stadium, 5:30 p.m. Saturday, guys, the St. George Illawarra Dragons take on the Canberra Raiders. This one is another one that is really, really tough for me to tip. I sort of want to go with the Dragons because I feel like they may bounce back, but I also feel like that's a lot of optimism given how inconsistent they have been this year. The Raiders are also struggling this year, Look, overall, I'm going to tip the Raiders here, guys. I don't have too much great reasoning behind it. It's just a gut feeling. I'm excited to see Bailey Simonson, at fullback for 2 weeks in a row. I thought he was really good there last week. There's a few other changes there for the Raiders, but nothing too significant. Sebastian Christ and Matthew Tomoko in the centres. I do think they'll be able to take advantage of Gerard Beale and Braden Williami there as the Dragons centres. I'd say that Sebastian Christ and Tomoko will get the better of them there, and that should enable the Raiders to score a fair few points. So I'll go with the Raiders by 8 points, but that's a tough one to tip. To finish off Saturday, guys, on the Sunshine Coast Stadium, the Melbourne Storm take on the West Tigers. I'm with the Melbourne Storm in this one. I think they'll win quite easily. They've just been scoring 40 points like it's nothing consistently. And realistically, for me, the Melbourne Storm are the most consistent team in this competition. And the West Tigers are probably the most inconsistent team in this competition. So, with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and tip the Melbourne Storm by 30 plus points, which may seem a bit disrespectful to the Tigers. It's nothing against the Tigers, it's just how good the Storm are playing at the moment. Sunday, 2 p.m. at Bankwest Stadium, guys, the Parramatta Eels that are third place take on the Canterbury Bulldogs that are 16th place. The Bulldogs were able to get a win last round, but I don't think that will be enough to beat the Parramatta Eels. The Parramatta Eels are on fire at the moment. They dismantled the Tigers last round. They'll be far too classy for the Canterbury Bulldogs, especially in front of their home fans. So I'm going with the Parramatta Eels. To round out round 15, guys, we've got the Gold Coast Titans at Cbus Super Stadium taking on the Manly Sea Eagles. If you guys remember the last time these two teams met, it was the return of Tom Trbojevic, and the Manly Sea Eagles absolutely did a number on the Gold Coast Titans. So I know a lot of people will be tipping the Sea Eagles in this one. I'll be tipping the Sea Eagles in this one. But where I probably don't agree with a lot of people, I think a lot of people, they're going to tip the Sea Eagles to win by 13 plus at least. I'm going to say they only win by a margin of 1 to 12. I'm going to say that because I feel like the Titans were embarrassed last time they played them. And the Titans have actually been playing pretty well in recent weeks, only just losing to the Roosters and the Melbourne Storm, which are two other top teams in this competition. So when I combine those three factors, I can see the Titans turning up and putting in a brave effort. But overall, the Sea Eagles just have too much class out wide with Turbo, Saab, Ruben Garrick, and then they've got the playmakers in Foran and DCE to deliver them the opportunities. So those are my round 15 NRL tips, guys. To quickly recap for you all, I'm with the Bunnies, Cowboys, Panthers, Knights, Raiders, Storm, Eels, and the Sea Eagles. Thank you so much for tuning in for my video, guys. I really appreciate you guys checking in. I will see you all next round for round 16 with my NRL tips and predictions then. Thank you very much. I'll see you then.